running a
on the film and you just go, oh my gosh. I mean, it's almost flawless.
He is the incredible processor. He makes those instantaneous decisions like nobody else.
He's a machine throwing the football.
Huh? Oh, come on. You gotta admit this is cool.
Steps back in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. What a play by Bryce Young. Eludes the two tacklers, and they give him the touchdown. Bryce taking a shot. It's Bryce again. Touchdown, Alabama. They're coming this time. Long ball, man is wide open. Bryce Young with play action again. Pressure. Scrambles away from it. He's had a couple of big runs tonight. Now he's got the sideline. Here goes Bryce Young into open field. Looking for Brooks in the corner. Got it! Touchdown, Alabama.
Pressure again. Young escapes for now. Still alive. Flings it downfield. And Brooks wide open. And the Tide take the lead. And that is patented Bryce Young magic.
Man, what a wonderful, wonderful display of why you deserve to be the first overall quarterback to be picked in this year's draft.
I really appreciate it. That means the world, especially coming from you.
This is my state, this is my team. You know what that means. This is for the black and blue that I bleed. This is for the chance to bring home that ring. But everybody gonna doubt this. So far there ain't been another way around it. We bring heat to the game each week. They just say we ain't got what it takes, we ain't bout it. Well, y'all can just keep saying that we ain't gonna make it. But at the end of the day, this will be the Panthers nation. You know, this ain't a game to us major players at every angle that you can think of. That's why you hate us. Get out the way of greatness. You can look at our faces and see the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to create this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but you can save it. Cause even on the darkest of days, you know we're always gonna find a way to tell them what we gonna do, we gotta
What is up? It is game day. Who's hyped right now? Welcome to another edition of Keep Pounding Podcast. Row, row. Yeah, the game day edition. Let's get ready to rumble against the New York Jets. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so. And don't forget to check out the Facebook group page, Keep Pounding in all caps, for in-game posts, polls, opinions, and reactions to NFL news. As well as scheduling for the channel and fantasy football Yahoo Sports news. So, let's get into it. Yeah! First preseason game, and Panthers football is back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited right now. Like, the energy right now is just through the roof. I can't. You can feel it right now. You can feel the electricity in Carolina. You can feel it in Charlotte. You can feel it throughout the Carolinas. It is palpable. Panthers football is back. Man, oh man, we've been waiting so long for this. We've been waiting so long to see our boys in action versus these New York Jets. And, bruh, this is going to be a very, very interesting and entertaining game. So, let's talk about this real quick. I see the pictures of the last training camp day, and I cannot believe my eyes on how many people actually showed up. It's just incredible. Give me just a moment, folks. I'll put it up on screen for you. Check this out. Isn't that wild? Look at this. You guys showed up. Man, that is insane. I was there too. I came in a bit late, but I may not be in that picture, I don't think. But I missed about probably a third of that practice. Just trying to get in. You know, parked and get in. But that is just to give you an idea of how insane it was. And I'm trying to kill that nap for the longest time. I think I got him. Anyway, but yeah, that's just an idea of how insane it was that day. Wow. I barely found any room. I was right near the entrance, right around over there. You know, somewhere around in that area, towards the walkway. But I've never seen it this crowded. That's crazy, dude. And I have to say, man, I'm not mad that they canceled it yesterday. You know, it's safety precautions, and they made the right decision. You know, I honestly believe that even though the Jets did hold their own individual practice after the weather was over, you know, that we made the right decision. We looked really good in that last camp practice, so I think that we got everything out of this training camp that we wanted. You know, let's see what my buddy sent me here. Brian Burns, Justin Houston, and Miles Sanders are amongst the 12 Panthers who are not expected to play. Okay. So, let's see if they got a list here. And, let's see. Shout out to Chad Crosby for sending me that in the group chat. Appreciate you, Chad. I don't think he realized he was going to be on stream when he said that. But as reported by Darren Gant, here's the list of players that are not going to be appearing today. We got Brian Burns, Demir Bird, Austin Corbett, Heen Sr., Justin Houston, Nash Jensen, Mac McCain, Eddie Pinero because of the kicker injury, Miles Sanders, Steven Sullivan, Jordan Thomas, Chandler Zavala. And Chandler Zavala is still healing up, so is Corbett, so understandably. Okay, so Justin Houston just came off ankle surgery before joining the team. I didn't know that. That's new news to me. As for Sanders, he tweaked his groin. He'll be alright. He'll be alright. Give him time to heal up. But, of these, I was really hoping to watch Haynes, Nash Jensen a little bit, Mac McCain. You know, I wanted to look at Jordan Thomas as well. But the rest of these guys, you know, I honestly am okay with the fact that they were not in. But we can take a look at the 4 position battles they want us to look at. And then I'll tell you which position battles I want you guys to look at. Because that's what's more important right now is the ones I'm keeping an eye on. Because those are going to be the critical positions that are going to determine this 53-man roster. Shout out to Tyler Hales. How you doing, man? Much love to you. We will be live for about 30 more minutes, and then I've got to start setting up for the game. I'll reset the stream so that we can react to the game, but I can't show it. Alright? That being said, we've got so if you know outro music, that's why we're resetting at that point. 4 position battles. Let's see who they want us to look at. Mingo versus Terrence Marshall Jr. I agree with that. And this is by Anthony Rizzuti. So, Cade Mays versus Deontay Brown. Yes, I completely agree with that one. Gross Matos versus DJ Johnson versus Kobe Jones. I didn't know Kobe Jones would be in this matchup, man. Did they think that Kobe Jones had a good training camp? Is that why he's in the mix here? That would be interesting. Camus Gregor Hill versus Deion Jones. Yeah. Camus definitely is beating out Deion Jones at this point. Of course, Deion Jones came in a little late. But I agree with that matchup as well. That's something I'm watching as well. Let's see what else they think we should watch. Okay, yeah, this is important too. Let's cover this. Page doesn't work. Really? There we go. Alright. So, for those that are looking to watch this game, it is on NFL Network, but it is on your local game stations as well. Wherever you are, there's the list. It is on Panthers Wire. And you can find that article under how to watch, stream, and listen to the Panthers opener. There you go. So if you live in Charlotte, it's going to be Fox. If you live in Columbia, South Carolina, it's going to be Fox. If you live in Myrtle Beach, it's going to be CBS. If you live in Georgia, it's going to be ABC. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of different places in North Carolina. It's going to be different ones for different ones in North Carolina. So keep that in mind. But there you go. There's your list. I've had people ask me that like at least once a week last year. So I wanted to post that and show that to you guys. I'll go ahead and post that on the page as a matter of fact. How would I do? Can I share that? Yeah, can I share that? I want to post that real quick. There it is. And boom. Alright. I'll try to do that each week for you guys. I can't guarantee that I'll be able to do that, though. Because I do have obligations early in the morning. On game days. So... But I'll try my best to get that out there for you. Alright, that being said, let's quickly go over this Jets roster since we have limited time here. Offensively, we've got really a whole lot of nothing. I'm not that impressed by most of this offensive roster, except for Aaron Rodgers. And Oliver, I can't, if I could pronounce this, Oliver Tucker, I am concerned about, because this dude's got some hands. There was a clip posted last week of an amazing corner end zone ball that he caught from Aaron Rodgers. So I was very, very impressed by that. So, corners, be aware, this dude's got hands. And he's quick. Let's see. Garrett Wilson is another one to watch out for if you're a corner. Mecole Hardman, obviously, you want to pay attention to. Why is he second in the depth chart? There is no reason why Mecole Hardman should be second in the depth chart behind Garrett Wilson. I'm sorry, but no. No. Whoever did this depth chart, are you serious, Randall Cobb? You're going to put Randall Cobb third? Who does that? No. No. There's no way Hardman is second string. I'm sorry. No. Hardman was beasting and feasting in KC. Why is he second string? This makes zero sense. I don't understand what they're trying to do in New York. Oh, boy. As far as running backs, Michael Carter is sort of dangerous. So you want to watch out for the outside runs, really. More so than the inside. So, like, sweep plays, counter plays, stuff like that. He's very good at setting the edge. But, as far as draw plays, he's not that much of a threat, you know, as far as a power runner. He's kind of small. So, I saw him in person, and I wasn't really that impressed by the runs. You know, because we were able to shut down those runs pretty easily with our D-line being what it is. Now, my question is our D-line actually as good as I think it is? And if it is, then we're going to find out today. Because if our D-line is as good as I think it is, we're going to start putting some major pressure on that O-line real early. So if that happens, be prepared for that. And I don't think Rodgers is playing today. I heard a rumor that he was not going to play. So you'll see a bunch of Zach Wilson and Tim Boyle. And from what I saw of Tim Boyle, he was overthrowing the heck out of that ball in practices. So, yeah. There's a reason this man is third string. And, I mean, he way overthrew his receiver. Oh, sorry guys. Just trying to get into the rhythm here. But I do think that this is kind of a weak offensive line and we can take advantage of it. So Vera Tucker, we could take advantage of him. And I apologize for thinking he was a wide receiver. I misread this. So yeah, Corey Davis, Jason Brownlee, Xavier Gupson, Erickson. Who was it that I saw catch a pass then in that highlight reel earlier this week? It must have been Garrett Wilson then. Yeah, it must have been Garrett Wilson. That was a heck of a catch, Garrett. I gotta give this man props. Heck of an Enzo catch. You know, our guys are making catches like that throughout camp, but you know, to see that come from the Jets camp, man, that's something for sure. So let's keep an eye on Mr. Wilson, man. Hardman's the one that can burn us. We're going to need to double team Hardman. There's just no other way around it. I don't like it, but we're going to have to double team him. The man's extra dangerous. I don't really see any big names on this offense that really come across as something we should really be afraid of or really be majorly concerned about yet. But you never know. Malik Taylor is a new one, right? I think. So, realistically, I'm looking forward to learning more about this team because I don't know much about them. To be real with you. Alright, so let's shift to the Jets defense. The Jets defense, for the most part, isn't really that dangerous. It's the secondary that we need to worry about. Those corners looked so good in camp on the day that I came out there. They knocked down some passes that I thought were really tight windows, and that kind of concerned me because Bryce has been throwing a lot of really tight window passes, you know, in just the right spots. So, they didn't have Sauce Gardner out there, so he was not in practice that day. But DJ Reed is very, very good. I would say keep an eye on him. And I forget who it was that I saw that knocked down a pass during Andy Dalton's set. But I would be willing to bet it's probably either Bryce Hall or Jimmy Marland. Maybe Craig James. But I saw one huge pass get knocked down, and I was just like, wow. Like, the speed and the closing speed was impressive. And I said, okay, if these guys have that much closing speed, they're going to be dangerous. Safeties, you got Jordan Whitehead, you got Tony Adams. Nobody really sticks out to me except for Trey Dean. Trey Dean, third string. Watch out for him during the late game because he could make a play. Especially the way Andy's been throwing it deep, early when he starts out his drives. Be ready for a pick. Because Andy has been struggling on that first drive and then he gets comfortable. That's what's been going on in camp so far. And I noticed that on day one as well. So my thing is, if he comes out there and gets sloppy on that first drive, Trey Dean could take advantage of that. He's one of those very smart safeties that could definitely take advantage of a poorly thrown ball. If it's thrown in a position where he can jump the route or possibly tip it, then he will definitely try to do that. That's two of the tools that he has in his tool belt after watching him, in college. And I'm looking at Trey right now. He is a 6'2", 200-pound safety from Florida. Florida Gators. 7 solo tackles so far. But yeah, he's incredibly intelligent on the field. A lot of people have been ranting and raving about that coming out of Florida. So I had my eye on him in April, actually, during the draft. If we really, really felt like we needed a safety, Trey Dean would be a great option, during the draft. But we had our safety position filled pretty well, so I wasn't really that concerned about it. So my eyes were more so on Chaz Surratt, the linebacker that the Jets also picked up in this draft. The Jets had a pretty solid second half of that draft. I'll say that. 6'2", Chaz Surratt, 2 years in the league, 233 pounds. 4 solo tackles, 1 pick last season. Very, very dangerous linebacker right here. Very intelligent. He's starting to get into the system. He's starting to understand what things he can do and what things he's kind of restricted in. Because of this Jets defensive coordinator that won't let him really fully utilize his abilities. But he's a very, very talented linebacker. Do not underestimate him. 233 pounds, man. From your state of North Carolina. But yeah, this defensive secondary looks dangerous, man. I didn't see Sauce Gardner. I don't know if he's going to play today or not. Probably not. But I would prepare like he is, just in case. I didn't see who's actually going to be in for this game, or who is it for the Jets. But yeah, that's somebody we need to keep an eye on. C.J. Mosley is another one. Mosley is a very, very talented linebacker as well in his own right. And when you're looking at C.J. Mosley, this dude is a 9-year veteran from Alabama, 6'2", 231 pounds. Absolute animal when he's gotten a chance to play. He's with the Baltimore Ravens before he came to New York. And he has a career total of 914 tackles combined, 535 solo. You got a career total of 11.5 sacks. But where he really shines is those interceptions. He's got 11 career interceptions. 4 of them he got during the 2016 season with the Baltimore Ravens. 8 forced fumbles over his career. And the most recent ones he had were 2017 he had 3 during that season. And with the New York Jets, he had 2 during 2021. So it's critical to note that he has just as many fumble recoveries as he has forced fumbles. That's a big, big number right there. And I want to highlight that because people need to pay attention to this type of thing during games. It could be a major factor. So not only does he force these turnovers, he gets them back too. And judging by his history, it looks like he's been healthy. He's played 112 games. All 112. 594 tackles. 320 of those assisted. But of those 594, unassisted, he's gotten 535. So the dude could open field tackle. That's what you're looking at there. So if this man plays at all during the first quarter, we'll see him. So wide receivers, be aware. Eyes peeled. Let's see. Quentin Jefferson. That's another name I want to point out to people. I don't think they know who he is. If you've done your homework on these guys, Quentin Jefferson is one to keep an eye on. 6'4", 291. He's a defensive tackle from Maryland. Been in the league 8 years. And he has amassed a total combined tackles of 158. But he's kind of a journeyman. He's been with the Seattle Seahawks for about 4 years starting out. Buffalo Bills during 2020. The Raiders during 2021. Seahawks in 22. And now he's with the Jets. So, I mean, my question is, what is he doing floating around that many teams? So, you look at the numbers here. You got 9 pass deflections for this gentleman here. 3 forced fumbles for his career. And 3 fumble recoveries. Not in the same year. So, we're not really worried about the fumble recoveries. We're more concerned with the tackling. And the pass deflections with this guy right here. Alright, so you got 83 tackles, 75 of those assisted, 71 of those were actual solo tackles. But the biggest number I want you guys to be concerned with him is this one, the sack total, 20 and a half for his career. In the most recent years, starting from 2018, he had 3 sacks that year. 3.5 in 2019, 2020 he had 3, 2021 with the Raiders 4.5, and with the Seattle Seahawks he had 5.5. So that number is going up, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going down; it's going up. Keep an eye on that number. That's going to be a problem. All right, so. That being said, Quentin Jefferson is the man you want to keep an eye on. For pass deflections. So, to quickly recap, you've got Quentin Jefferson to look out for. Isaiah Mack is another dangerous one. CJ Mosley, Chaz Surratt, I would highlight Michael Carter the second myself, but that's just me. Other people probably wouldn't, but I would. Sauce Gardner is the 6'3" rookie from Iowa State, 241. Okay. 3 tackles recorded, according to the Jets website. So he came in highly rated in the draft for where he was. But yeah, I want to look at Isaiah Mack real quick. Let's look at it, and then we'll look at C.J. Mosley. Because you guys definitely need to know about C.J. Mosley if you don't know about him yet. This is a team that a lot of people don't pay much attention to, so there's a lot of weapons on this defense that people don't really focus on. But these players that are veterans on this defense have carried them to playoff opportunities, in the last couple of years. So you're looking at Isaiah Mack. He's one of them that has helped carry this team to 8 wins at least, and an opportunity, in the NFC North. 6'1", 299 pounds, Tennessee Chattanooga is where he comes from. He had 1 tackle last year. But the number I want you guys to pay attention to is when he has been in, he has 2.5 sacks. And that's a sack and a half with the Tennessee Titans, and he's got 1 with the Baltimore Ravens. So, all in all, the New England has tried him out as well. But the interesting thing is he's only started 1 game out of the 25. However, when he did start, he was very, very dangerous. He recorded 2 tackles that game, a sack and a half, and a fumble recovery that game. 4 total tackles as a whole for the Titans for his rookie year in 2019. So he has the potential to go a lot further than that. So he's intelligent from what I've noticed. I watched him a little bit during camp and I liked him. I think he's got some definite potential within the Jets organization. Vietnam says, I'm hyped as heck for this game. Yes, sir. Let's go. Panthers football is officially back, ladies and gentlemen. But, yeah, this defense is full of studs here. C.J. Mosley, I want to highlight. Let's do that real quick. 6'2", 9-year veteran. I think I already looked at him, but there you go. 231 Alabama. Yeah, I already looked at him, but I do want to... These are the 2 categories I want you guys to look at. It's forced fumble and opposing fumble recovery. 8. There it is. 11.5 sacks. Look at these numbers, dude. If you match up against that right out of the gate, you're in trouble. Not to mention Trey Dean's going to be lurking in the safety position. So you've got to be very, very careful and not put that ball anywhere near Trey Dean. Chad Surratt's got a lot of speed. He's got a lot of intelligence as well. So you don't want to put that ball anywhere near him either. Does anyone know whether Sauce Gardner is going to play or not for today? From what I heard, I don't think he is because he didn't practice in the first joint practice. I don't know about the second one because the second one got thunderstormed out, so they practiced on their own. So I have no idea who was actually practicing during that and who wasn't. All the reports said was just basically the fact that they practiced on their own. You know, the Jets. So I couldn't tell you who actually practiced and who didn't. I didn't see the Jets reports and stuff, so I don't know. I don't follow that. I only follow ours during training camp. Because it's that important. Ooh, excuse me. Alright. A name that catches my attention here that's on the bubble of being cut is Justin Hardy. Here. Mr. Justin. The corner, 7 years in the league, 6'1", 200 pounds, from Illinois. Now, why this man is on the bubble of being cut is because look how many games he started. None. He's actually started no games. Yet somehow he's managed to amass all of these numbers. You know, when he's been in. 73 combined tackles, 55 of those solo. 1 pick, 1 forced fumble. I would venture to say the forced fumble is probably legitimate. The pick is probably legitimate. The 2 pass deflections are legitimate. But, no sacks. None of those at all. So they're not using him for pass rushing purposes. They put him in there for depth and coverage reasons. So, I think that's interesting to note. 10 minutes till game time, ladies and gentlemen. 10 minutes till game time. You guys ready for this? Yeah. But out of all of these, who do you guys think is the most dangerous on offense? I want to see who you guys would pick out as the most dangerous, because I don't know much about these offensive weapons really. What's going on, Stephanie? How you doing? Shout out to you. But really, I would say I'm not really impressed by the Jets' offensive line. Am I showing the game? No. Am I reacting to the game? Yes. So, you won't be able to see it, but you will be able to listen to it when I set up in just a couple of minutes. Good. How are you? I'm doing good. Doing pretty good, man. Hyped up. First Panthers preseason game. First Panthers game we've seen in like 3 or 4 months, man. I'm ready for this. I'm ready to see how we match up against these guys. Enough practices, man. I want to see what this team has got. You know, is that D-line as legitimate as we think it is? You know, is Bryce Young everything that we saw in camp? You know, in a live game? You know, can Mingo manage to break out in a live game? You know, can TMJ take strides in that battle against Mingo for a spot? You know, there's so many questions that we have to answer, you know, with this live game. Nice. Who are they playing today? We're playing the Jets in Charlotte. So, like I said, I don't really know that many people on the Jets offense that I would say are a legitimate problem, except for McCole Hardman and Aaron Rodgers at the moment. I mean, there may be a wide receiver or two that may surprise me. Like Garrett Wilson. Because there was like I said, there was that clip going around of that one during training camp. So, haven't been keeping up with anything football related. Oh, man. Well, you missed a lot, Steph. You missed a lot. All the VODs are up, so you can go back and check those out if you'd like at any point. But yeah, there's a lot of info and a lot of buzz coming out of Carolina right now. A lot of positive buzz. This team is looking to make some noise this year. And I'm going to tell you, from what I saw from Bryce this year, y'all are in trouble. She's a Tampa Bay Bucks fan, y'all. But, hey, show her some respect, though. Show her some love. We welcome all 32 teams fans up in here, so show her some love. But, yeah, y'all are going to need some serious help against us, man, this year. Unfortunately, y'all just lost Tom Brady, so. You didn't answer my question. Which question? I thought I did. I'm sorry. Which question was it? Yeah, make it real quick. These stupid moss and stuff in here, man. Anyway, it's all good. Oh, okay. But yeah, there's a lot of buzz in Carolina right now, man. Bryce is looking excellent. He's looking like every bit of the quarterback that I thought he would be when we drafted him. And he excelled in the 2-minute drills. He excelled in release time. I've got him clocked at 2.6, 2.7, which is pretty doggone close to Matt Ryan's 2.5. That's the fastest in the game right now. So if he is able to display that in an actual game, that's what I'm looking for. The rollout passes. Watch for those against that Jets defense. Tampa made August 14th an official holiday, Crimsicle Day, to celebrate the return of the Bucks. Cool. Very cool. I hope they do that in Charlotte. That would be awesome for the Panthers. What do y'all think? Anybody in Charlotte, y'all want to do that for the Panthers? That'd be awesome. All right, so we are officially 4 minutes till game time. So I've got to officially shut this down and reset up for the game. So I will see you guys in about 5 to 10 minutes once I'm set up and the game's on. All right, guys. I think we covered pretty much everything we need to cover. Let's see. Injury report for the Jets. What do we got? Real quick. They don't list anybody. Huh. Weird. Because I know we had some people on the PUP list. So I'm surprised none of that showed up. But, yeah, I posted a picture of the training camp, the last day of training camp that we had. It was somewhere between 5,000 to 10,000 people that showed up. It was insane. I've never seen anything like that in Spartanburg. And I've been going there for, 6-7 years now? Before I started streaming, even. So it's been nuts. I went up there for the 2014-2015 year as well, and saw that team before we went on that huge run. So Iron sharpens iron at Wofford. Yeah, I agree. I think that's pretty much the consensus of what we're looking at in Spartanburg. Because everything that we saw has been gearing us up more and more and more for this season. And I think we're really on the verge of doing something special this year. I've got us at 10 wins. You know, division winners. Maybe a split with the Saints for the division. But what we do outside of the division will depend on the other opponents and our injuries. And also our momentum going into those games. So, we'll see. But such a fantastic training camp, man. I got everything out of that training camp that I wanted. This team looks spectacular. And there's very few times that you will ever hear me say that coming out of Spartanburg. At this point, I don't understand anybody that's not on the Bryce Young train. And I'm addressing all the Panthers fans that are still not on that train right now. Like, how are you not on that train? This dude is like checking every box that you could possibly ask for in a starting quarterback. He's learning stuff that quarterbacks that are 2 or 3 years into the league are learning right now in those playbooks. You know, he was audibling in the first Jets practice, for goodness sakes. Audibling. Like, what rookie quarterback audibles during the first Jets joints practice, man? That's wild. But hey, man, I really need to set up for the game, so I'm going to do that real quick. And we'll reset and you guys can join us when that happens. All right, guys? I just had my buddy Jared message me and ask me, you know, hope we see some good football today. Yes, we will. Yes, we will, baby. That D-line is hype, man. I've never seen that D-line more hype. Oh, this is going to be lit. I'll see y'all in a few minutes, man. Keep pounding, bro.